Hi guys, I just wanted to show you my crossbow gun that I made recently. I've been looking at loads of YouTube videos and different tutorials how to make them, and basically I've just put loads of good ideas together. Some of them had, clips, some of them didn't, some of them had a trigger, but you can just experiment. But this is one of the ways I found they work together quite well. So just to give you an outline of what it's mainly made from, it's mainly made from paper rolled up. All of these tubes except for the main one, the base here, are made from rolled up paper. So what you do is you need quite a lot of paper. I think I used 16 sheets of A4 paper for this. So you need to have two tubes here. These two tubes, these two ones here, they're made from A4 rolled up paper. So you take a pencil, roll it up the long way, roll it all the way up as tightly as you can, and you do that maybe 3 sheets of paper per tube, and you basically attach it using tape. And as you can see here, my whole thing is covered in black tape. It's pretty much a whole roll of tape used up, but it makes it look quite cool. Anyway, so these two tubes, you want to make sure they're pretty much exactly the same. You want to have the top one here needs to be hollow, so you can bend it. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of bent. The bottom one needs to be strong to keep the rest of it supported, so you need to stuff that. I use tissue paper. You can use anything that you need, that you think will work. Okay, so that's those two. You probably can't see below this bottom tube here is made from just a foil tube, and it's attached to the rest of the tubes through using this tape, just normal electrical tape. There's a tube on top of this which you might not be able to see very well. It's very taped up. So that tube is again made exactly the same way as these are, rolled up A4, and it's I think I used 4 sheets instead of 3 just to make it more secure. And that again is also stuffed with tissue paper. Now you have one tube here. This is the one that the actual your ammo will fire out from. This I made. I used quite a lot more paper. I think about 5 sheets for this, because it needs to be very strong and needs to not be squashed, otherwise the ammo won't come out. So you just take your A4 paper, cut it in half, roll it up, and using a pencil as well. Make sure it's as tight as you can to make it a really nice, neat circle to fire out from. Okay, so once you've got all of that, you just tape it all together. You tape this, the foil tube, to the long tube, and then these two are attached. One is attached onto the foil tube. Sorry, this one is attached to the foil tube, and the top one is attached onto the actual firing tube. And make sure you don't squash the firing tube, just slightly, you have to curve this one over it. This has to be, this tube, sorry, you can see that, this tube needs to be really strong, and the hollow shape through it needs to be secure, otherwise the ammo will get stuck. Okay, so moving on, for my actual firing pad, I've just used a piece of card covered in tape, and this is a piece of, I don't know, just some elastic, kind of stretchy thing. You just tie it on. This is what's going to be clipped onto your clip, and so this is your rubber band. You might not be able to see it, but it's starting to rip. It's a bit blurry, sorry for the video, but it's starting to rip, so it might be better to get a much thicker band, or maybe 2. But for me, this is working fine until it rips. But also put in a mini kind of scope. Just a piece of card again, attached to the front, and this will help you just aim your thing wherever you want to aim. Whatever. So it's just attached to the front, again with lots of tape, and it has to be secure. You don't want it waving around when you're aiming.